Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Well, we're going to try to put that windmill up today. It's about a little after 9 a.m. and it's like 76 degrees, it feels like 100. There's gotta be a cooler place on Earth. But let me show you where I'm going to put this thing. It's actually going to go on this pole. I'm going to have to get the tractor, the man lift basket, get away from me, B. And we're going to be mounting it right in this area, and it's going to go up. Roughly, well, it should be about even with that thing there. So be kind of curious to see how well it spins compared to that one. Should be interesting. Gotta get this done while we're gonna be in the shade here. This is the screws. Extra loops for extra support. Got my Craftsman impact with the torque, so I believe it's a 30. And we got to get the tractor started. Get the hydraulics warm, which would be my Massey Ferguson GC 1723E. I tell you, this has been a really good tractor. It's hard to believe I've had this thing 5 years. Yeah, this Titan mower, it's about the same age. Scratch and dent from distance. Only thing I had to do was other than put some French-made wheels on it. French? No, I think it's Italian. And I made that modification there because, well, the deal with the change, making a windrow, didn't appeal to me. I mean, this tractor has been really good. Really good. Let's see. Almost 360 hours on it. I've only had a couple issues. I'm taking a guess the air got in the hydraulic line and the steering froze straight. I let it cool down, jacked it up, wiggled around a little bit, freed right up. And of course, it's just out of warranty. Go figure. Alright. I gotta get some other things together. We gotta get the forks. They're sitting in a basket. I gotta get on the tractor and get the basket on the forks. And of course, the forks I made the adapter plate out of an adapter plate for you put on a bucket. It's meant to be pinned, and it makes it a skid steer attach. And the basket, well, it's a IBC tote basket. And that little gadget down there is what holds it to the plate. in that. I wonder how that happened. Oh well, let me get it in position. Alright, I got it sitting up there, and I got the wire stretched out. So I'm going to start by putting one of those screws in this bottom hole, and then we'll pull it up and get it in this one. Then we'll put the clamps on. Can't film doing, need both hands. Alright, I got it up, about same height. You notice it's turning, and that thing ain't doing anything. The only thing left to do is move some stuff out and get it wired into the room. Alright. See, it's moving. Look at that. That one isn't. It's turning around in circles, but it ain't spinning. So, it's taped up there, and then I got it clamped. And I use these wire ties that has the mount for the screw. I got it going all the way across and down. I'm going to take a short breather. We got to go inside and take the cover off, take that skirting off, and then we're going to run the wire up through the one conduit. I think I'm going to try to put it up where the PV is, you know, for the solar. It should fit up in there. It's not that much bigger. So I'm going to take a break. I am wet. I know my closet's a bit of a mess since I got all my cords in here, but we got to close this door so I can get some more light in here. This light runs off the solar generator. Let me get that cover off. It's a little tight, but we're going to try to get it up. Well, as you see, I got plenty in here. Now we got to get it through that cover, and that way I can put the cover back on. Then we're going to throw all this out. I got to go through. I got it going through. I had to make the hole a little bigger. All right. One thing I have to do is make one connection. See, it's spinning. That doesn't do anything. So throughout the day, I'll probably give you updates on, well, I got the shakes, on how much juice that thing generates. Okay. It's reading what's in the battery anyways. Show it's fully charged, and I got this light on. So, for this windmill, only thing we have to connect is these two. And we're connected. It doesn't tell me roughly how many, but I tell you what, as soon as I plugged it in, it's telling me that we're almost 15 volts. I know that thing puts out, but if it can keep charging the batteries, and you know I got 3 batteries down there in the bottom. So let me see here. Which is right. We're really going to test it now. I'm going to hook up this this heater. This oil-filled heater. Yeah, I know, heat. You see how many watts on the PS? That's the sun. So let's turn it up. You see where the thing is there. $13. That's not bad. So let's max this thing out. That puts us up in the yellow on there. We drop to 12.5. We're still holding around 13. Turn that off. Unplug it. That will turn my fan back on. So, we're charging. We're going to come back a little later. We're supposed to get a lot of wind today. So be curious to see this fan on and the extra windmill. Be nice to know. Alexa, shut up. I never even say nothing to her if she says something. Be curious to see what that thing is putting out. I could put a meter on it. You know, I could just... I could just touch a meter to here and tell me what's it putting out, how many volts. That's just telling me the voltage of the battery. I'll have to do that. Hold on. I got my meter on here, and I know the wind is not really doing much. It goes to show how much volts is still in the battery, and that's with the fan on and an inverter. So when you touch, let me see here. So it's, you know, it's barely turning. And it's producing. Now the other one doesn't do diddly squat. You put, it's nothing. So what do you think it's doing here? Huh. Well, I just happened to think of something. Well, it shouldn't matter. I got it backwards. But, yeah. One way to test, you can put it on here. I'm just kind of curious why. Well, I don't know. But anyways, I'll give you an update as we've got wind stuff coming in. and we'll see what the windmill does. Anyways, see you next time.